Hello and welcome to the One Life Church devotional series where we cover the entire Bible in 20 months. Well, today's chapters are Hebrews chapter 12 and Proverbs 7, and we're dealing with the subject of discipline today. A father disciplining his children. Now, I'm at a B&B up here in Johannesburg, and I am certain this is a bit of a party mansion, and there have been all sorts of things happening here, and these scriptures, I am sure, speak into the behavior of people that have lived in this place before. I'm certain of it. So, Proverbs 7, a father giving some advice to his son, and he's basically saying wayward women, particularly wayward married women, are to be avoided at all costs. Now, I've dealt with many young people who've fallen into this trap. Now, look at the way the father teaches. He says, guard this teaching like you guard the apple of your eye. This is going to be very important to you, he says. They will keep you from an adulterous woman. And then he says, at the house, I was looking through the letters and I saw a young man at the corner. And I could see where he was going. He headed toward that woman's house. He was sort of loitering outside. Then as darkness began to set, always happens under the cover of secrecy, doesn't it? She comes out, and it describes her dressed like a prostitute. And then she takes hold of him, and she whispers little nothings in his ear, and then says, listen, I'm a very spiritual woman, and I'm more like you. I'm a good person, really. And then she says, come back to my place. My husband's not there. He's gone for a long time. Let's enjoy ourselves in love, verse 18 says. And your very persuasive words lures this young guy in there. And then this is what he says, like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose, till the arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare. This will cost him his life. It's like a dad looking through the window and says, don't walk that way, my boy. Don't even go there. Her house is a highway to the grave. Now, Hebrews chapter 12 says, since we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, who are those witnesses? Remember, we've just finished Hebrews 11, which is all our heroes of faith. So in other words, these are the people that have gone before us. And he's saying, because millions of righteous people have walked this way before us, let us throw off the things that hinder us and press on. Jesus showed the way. He endured the cross for the joy that was set before him. And then he goes straight to this. Listen, you haven't endured beyond what you can bear yet. Don't make light of the Lord's discipline, because he disciplines his sons. The hardship you're going through now, treat that as discipline, he says, because then you know you're a legitimate son. Illegitimate sons are led to do what they want to do. He says, come on now, you've all had fathers that disciplined you as they saw best. It was incomplete discipline, granted for that. But the reason they were disciplining you, so that you could become better. It says that you reap a harvest of righteousness. And so he's basically saying, you want to allow the processes of hardship. Don't squirm out of it. See them as God fashioning you, strengthening you for the task that he has for you. And then he ends by saying, make every effort to live in peace with everybody, to be holy. Don't let bitterness come up. Don't be sexually immoral. Because you have come to thousands upon thousands of angels in joyful assembly, to the church of the firstborn, to God the judge, to Jesus the mediator. See to it then you don't refuse him who speaks. You in good company. Millions of people have gone through hard times like you have. They've treated them as discipline, as the angels are watching, as God is watching, as the saints before us have been watching, and understand that the Christian walk is not a walk in the park. No, and take the hardship. I know it's hard, but take the hardship as God's love for you, and know this, he's going to refine you through it, because, and this is how it ends, because everything's getting shaken. Not only you getting shaken, but everything's getting shaken. But you're part of a kingdom that will never be shaken. And so as hardship goes through you, the King and his kingdom establishes you and strengthens you for the life God's called you to live.